McCoy reportedly gave Gacy.
Y'all, I'm sorry, but I feel like I don't like them grown-ass men coming to birthday parties dressed up as clowns, or the ones that be having their own YouTube channels doing kiddie stuff like, oh, hey, we about to put the 1 to the 2 to the 3. Please join. Yay. Like, no, nigga. You're fucking weird, bro. I'm not letting my kids watch you so they can see another grown man like that in public naked tugging. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? Yo, what's up with y'all, man? Yo, this is Reef'Lik.
And it's Leaky.
And it's Reef'Lik.
And horror gang.
What's good with y'all? Got another video.
Today we're going to react to Nightmare Files.
Yo, man, shout out to Nightmare Files, man. Yo, Brody, you be doing your thing with these videos, man. We fuck with these videos, man. Yo, today we got it. The true story behind PennyWise. If y'all don't already know already, you already know who is this inspired by. John Wayne Gacy. I am a killer clown. I'ma take your frown. Turn it upside down. Oh! Y'all just be coming up with stuff in my head.
Yeah.
Yo, John Wayne Gacy. If you don't know who John Wayne Gacy is, go check that out before you watch this. Because that motherfucker was crazy. He was out his fucking mind. And he ran a KFC. On his deathbed, when he got injected, this man said, kiss my ass. This man was a true demon. That's what this movie was inspired by. I don't know if people knew that, but y'all have to know. If y'all really into like stuff like this. So we're going to check this out, man. Please like, comment, subscribe to the Nightmare Files. Show him some love and support. Show us some love and support as well, man. Join Anime Heart Gang. We almost have 500 subscribers. You already know, man. We love y'all so much, man. Please get us to 500 subscribers. We're so close to our goal. We just need a few more Anime Horror Maniacs out there, man. Join the family. We either your big brothers or your little brothers. You already know, y'all. We love y'all so much, man. We hope y'all have a good week, man. Please enjoy these videos. We hope you make y'all days better, man. Let's get right into it. Anime Heart Gang.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Sunday, January 2nd, 1972. 16-year-old Timothy McCoy got up early to make breakfast. He had met John Wayne Gacy at the Chicago bus terminal the night before, and Gacy let him stay over while he made his way home to Iowa after spending Christmas in Michigan. McCoy got out eggs and bacon and set the table for two. Then he walked up the stairs to wake up Gacy, not realizing that he hadn't put down the knife that he was using. What happened next would set the scene for the rest of John Wayne Gacy's life. Not realizing that the boy had intended no harm, Gacy took the boy's life. He then buried him in his crawl space beneath his home and covered the grave with concrete. Killing McCoy reportedly gave Gacy.
Y'all, I'm sorry, but I feel like I don't like them grown-ass men coming to birthday parties dressed up as clowns, or the ones that be having their own YouTube channels doing kiddie stuff like, oh, hey, we about to put the 1 to the 2 to the 3. Please join. Yay. Like, no, nigga. You're fucking weird, bro. I'm not letting my kids watch you so they can see another grown man like that in public naked tugging. Obviously, this nigga was scoping out boys. He's weird, bro. He's weird. I'm telling y'all, whoever y'all let into y'all lives, please watch them. Don't just hire any fucking body. But that's the thing. He hit it so well that you never knew.
Never suspected.
And it's crazy, y'all, because like, you don't know who's a killer. You could walk by one every day and don't even know. Or you don't even know who's plotting on you. Please, y'all, please be aware of y'all surroundings, and please know who you want to bring into your life. Sit there and observe somebody and stereotype them. Please, y'all, please. Because that's like really like disturbing, and it's weird. People are weird out here. They'll make it like they all cool at first, but they'll do some sadistic shit at the end, y'all. Please watch out for people like that. Please watch y'all kids, and don't let your kids go work for people like this, because you will just go send your kid off and to work with a man. You don't even know how that man is. Dead ass. And this is a perfect example of why you shouldn't send your kids off to work with a random. Like, for real. Like, this man was sick, bro. This man was really sick.
but it instilled in Gacy the ultimate thrill that he would crave for the rest of his life. This just happens to be one of the inspirations behind the movie, It.
Rest in peace to all them boys, man. They ain't even deserve that.
Yeah.
You know, him with that clown picture on that porch is disgusting. Oh my god. He had how many of them under his house?
23.
He had 23 and the rest of them was
Yeah, underneath like a river or something.
yeah, underneath a river. That's
Like a
wild.
bridge.
That's wild. That is so wild, bruh.
Those who knew John Wayne Gacy would have never expected him to turn out the way he did. Almost everyone who met him described him as a mild-mannered and likable man. For most of his life,
You ain't gonna know nobody
he worked
till
in
behind
customer
closed
service,
doors. I'm telling
first
you.
managing 3 of his
I don't know what be
father-in-law's
doing.
KFC
Like, what is that with killers
Then
though?
started
Like,
his own
what be
construction
sparking that? Like in
His
their
customers
head?
remembered him as a
don't
kind,
know.
generous, and willing to help out anyone type of
But it's
person.
like a drive or
He
something.
employed local teenagers.
It's like
to
some
lead
like
jobs.
it
And
drive.
contributed
Yeah, like
heavily
it drives
to his
them.
local junior chamber of commerce. He even took time out on his weekends to dress up as a clown for kids' birthday parties. However, as authorities would learn, something seriously disturbing had been inside him all along. John Wayne Gacy was born in Chicago on March 7, 1942. His father had always despised him, calling him a sissy, and abused him from age of 4. He often berated the boy and whipped him with a belt. Early on, Gacy realized that he was gay, but during the 1950s that was still taboo, so he pretended to be straight his entire life. Gacy had a heart condition that limited his physical activity and plagued him with being fat his whole life. He spent much of his youth in a hospital. When he was 11, doctors discovered that he had a blood clot in his brain. They were able to treat it, but even that didn't spare Gacy from his father's wrath. Eventually, Gacy
And it
had
be the
enough of the
parents
abuse.
too that be
He
like
picked up and moved out
triggering them
west.
like Jeffrey
While
Dahmer's
working as a
parents when he
mortuary
seen that
assistant
shit.
in Las
And
Vegas,
that get
Gacy
fucking
slept in a
roadkill
cot
off the.
behind the
Oh
embalming
my
room.
god, bro.
One night, after observing the morticians embalming dead bodies, he crawled into a coffin with one. He laid in the coffin for a time, embracing and caressing the body, and it was a teenage boy. Soon after, he enrolled in college. After graduating from Northwestern Business College, John Wayne Gacy met Marilyn Myers, a co-worker at a shoe company in Springfield, Illinois. The couple married in 1964, and Gacy took over the management of his father-in-law's Kentucky Fried Chicken franchises in Waterloo, Iowa, where they lived with his wife's parents. Eventually, he and Myers had 2 children, in what was seemingly a perfect life. But in the meantime, Gacy tried to covertly satisfy his depravity. He joined the Waterloo Jaycees, a group of businessmen who participated in wife swapping, prostitution, and pornography, also drugs.
Oh
He even
my
opened up a club in his own
god!
basement
I never knew
targeting
that.
teenagers,
Me neither.
where they could drink and play pool without getting in trouble. He often would build up trust with his victims, so they wouldn't need to be on guard. He was their employer and their friend. He may have been someone who provided them with alcohol and drugs and maybe a place to sleep at night. Then Gacy began to force some of these young men, including those he employed at KFC, to perform acts with him. This would be his first downfall. It started in August 1967 when Gacy hired Donald Voorhees, the son of a fellow member of one of the clubs, to do
Oh
some
man.
housework for him. Gacy lured him into his basement, plied him with alcohol, and forced him to perform certain acts. Voorhees kept quiet about the incident until March 1968, when he told his father and spurred a criminal investigation into Gacy that destroyed the illusion of a normal life he had crafted. A few months later, he paid a KFC employee $300 to beat up Voorhees, hoping to scare him from testifying in court. But Voorhees escaped and reported the attempted beating, and the case against Gacy only escalated. In December 1967, John Wayne Gacy pleaded guilty to oral sodomy. At that time, sexual relations between 2 people of the same sex was illegal in Iowa. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison and promptly served divorce papers from his wife, whom he had never seen again. But less than 2 years after that, John Wayne Gacy was granted parole for being a model prisoner. During the short time he was incarcerated, Gacy managed to secure a raise for the prison mess hall workers, worked to improve conditions for prisoners, and oversaw the installation of a miniature golf course in the recreation yard. He was given 12 months probation under the conditions that he moved back to Chicago to live with his mother and maintain a 10 p.m. curfew. He agreed and declared. He said that he'll never go back to jail. Months after his release, John Wayne Gacy lured a teenage boy into his house and tried taking advantage of the boy. Gacy was charged with assault, but the charges were dropped when the boy failed to show up to court. Gacy had technically violated his parole, but somehow his parole officer was never aware of the incident. By 1971, Gacy had settled into a new home in Norwood Park, a neighborhood in northwestern Chicago. His yellow brick ranch house there would eventually become a graveyard for 29 young men and boys. It was where
that
all of
house
his
will
gruesome
forever
murders would
be
be committed,
Yep.
and also where he would gain a local fame as Pogo the Clown.
This is the best AI tool
I don't
you can use to
get
create
that, bro.
and sell
Like, how
t-shirts
people
that
just
can
want
earn
to go and
thousands of
do.
dollars a month. You won't
It
have to
must be
handle
something
any
that they
inventory or
like
shipping yourself,
fantasize
so
about or
most of
seen
what you
something
make will be
Yep.
real.
or have fucked up childhood. Looking at him at first, it feels like you won't
While
even
in
think
prison,
nothing about that.
John Wayne Gacy
But now
became
realizing
something
what
of an
he
artist
did
and
after is
repeatedly
scary
sketched
as
the image of Pogo
having
the
him
Clown.
at your house.
After his
Yeah.
release, he joined the local Jolly Joker Club, a clown club that would perform at birthday parties and hospitals. He taught himself how to apply clown makeup and turned himself into Pogo the Clown as he had imagined in his drawings. He performed as Pogo the Clown at all sorts of local parties, including Democratic Party functions and charitable events. Residents of Norwood Park also remember him showing up to his favorite bar, the Good Luck Lounge, dressed up as Pogo the Clown. He was a monster that was fooling everyone. He dressed as a clown and bounced kids on his knee all the time. He would knock at people's doors and say, "Vote for my candidate." But Pogo the Clown didn't fool everybody. Carol Hoff, his high school sweetheart and second wife, who he married in 1972, questioned his sexuality. When Gacy told her he was bisexual in 1975, Hoff divorced him and left him alone in their house. Though she denied knowledge of what was to come, Hoff later admitted to authorities that she had seen him bringing teenage boys into their garage before. The same year Gacy married Hoff, he committed his first murder, that of Timothy McCoy. He stashed the body under his crawl space. Gacy reportedly managed to kill a second victim while still married to his wife in 1974. The victim is still unidentified, but Gacy claims to have strangled a young man and hid him in his closet. When the body began to leak, he moved it to his crawl space as well. But after his divorce, the killer clown had the freedom to bring more victims into his home, except for the final 4 victims, who he dumped into a river, and all of his victims were killed and stored under his house. Gacy's victims were all young men and boys. He preyed on teenagers, some who were drifters from out of town, and some who were local boys who worked for him. He lured some into his car by...
And it's crazy because you thinking this man all nice trying to help you and stuff, and you're out of town, you don't know nobody.
Yeah.
He all kind of trying to help you. Y'all,
Man.
please teach y'all kids not to just be openly to everybody. You gotta read somebody's character. If he's like willingly keep on telling you to come to his house, or like if a person acts weird and like he's willingly trying to give you some food, no.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, true story. At my job, right? I'm security. There's this one guy, I bombed on him before because he was talking slick to me. And I bombed on him before. I don't talk to him, but he keeps on trying to talk to me. So I'm like, I'm good, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want anyone, because it's like getting to the point like, yo, if he keeps on bothering me, I might have to get him fired. Or if he tries to act like he about to do something to me, I'm going to have to put my hands on him. So one day, right, not too long ago, one day, right, he knows I don't like him, and he knows I don't talk to him, and he knows I don't like the way how he go. And the other older guard told me that he's a weirdo. Stop kicking it with him. He's weird and stuff. So he brought me some food. Talk about, I got some chicken here, man. Do you want some chicken? I'm like, nigga, no. Like, I don't like you. Like, why would I eat something from somebody that I don't like? You must have did something to that thing to get back at me for what I did to you. You're weird, bro. Like, it's like he's the type of person, you know, he knows that you don't like him, but he still tries to talk to you. And I be looking like, yo, you is weird, bro.
That is weird.
And it's crazy because all the other people that works there is like married and stuff, and he's like literally the only one out of like a good handful of them that's not married, and he's like an older guy. So I'm like, bro, you is weird, bro. I'm not eating nothing that you brought. Is you crazy? You could have did something to that thing from where you came from until now. I'm not eating that. See, y'all got to be careful with people. Like, just read people. The way how people treat you at first, remember that. Yeah. Always remember that. How people treat you at first. Or just see their character and see how they act. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, you gotta watch out for stuff like that. Please drill that into y'all kids. Don't be too open with everybody. And it's crazy because kids always be open with people. Especially high school boys and stuff. They're trying to look for a job, trying to get money to go out on a date with a girl and try to have money in their pocket so they won't ask no parents. Like, when I was in high school, y'all, I was the same way. Always willing, like, dang, let me do this work so I can get money, so I can get these sneakers going back to school and stuff. I want to go back to school fresh and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That always be in my mind every time when I go back to high school. Like, let me get some money so I can be fresh for school and stuff. Because I know there was times that our mom did have it, but there was times that she didn't. So I kind of felt like I don't want to purr through all that. Let me just work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is before I started working at Macy's and stuff. So it was kind of like, dang, this was like before I started Macy's. I've been left that place, but like, this was before I started working at Macy's when I got to college. I always asked, like, let me work and get this money so I could, like, get these sneakers that I want and get an outfit that I want. An outfit or two, so when I go to school and stuff. Yeah, y'all, I just feel like, don't be too open with people. Because being too open with people would drop your guard and they'll do something to you. Yeah. Like, I always be stereotyping people to the fullest. Like, I see what you do and I don't talk and I just see what you do. Trust me, y'all, that saved me so many times with people. I'm telling you. Please stereotype and teach your kids how to stereotype people and not be too open with people and don't talk to strangers. Because people are weird. And it's sad because most of these boys dudes don't even be having dads in their life. They let their dad teach them, don't be talking to anybody like it's normal. Don't talk to strangers because you don't know how people is. I used to be thinking the older heads used to be tripping like that, but now growing up realizing it, dude, they been on this earth longer than us and they know more stuff than us. So we should really take that with a grain of salt and really be listening to them because they been on this earth longer than us and know how people are. So please, y'all, drill that into y'all kids not to talk to strangers and don't be too open with people. Yep. And just stereotype people and don't invite too many people into their lives. Because that would save you. Yep. That would really save you. Like, for real, man. And look what happened. All these young boys and stuff got killed because they really believed that he could really help them out and really do something good for them. And they dropped their guard and that happened. And you know John Wayne Gacy's like damn near 300-something pounds. Some of them can't outpower him. Yeah. They can't. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you gotta be... You gotta be careful with people like him.
Or to his house with an offer of a job, a place to party, or even money. Once he had his victims in his space, Gacy coaxed them with drugs or alcohol, or a sick magic trick, during which he'd handcuff them and dangle the key in front of their face. Then he would do horrible things to them and take their life. One of Gacy's favorite acts was to sit on his victim with all of his weight, which was a lot. He strangled and revived his victims, sometimes even partially drowning them in the bathtub. Gacy would then participate in search parties for some of these boys, as he was friendly with their parents and was considered an upstanding member of the community. He had set himself up to kill unsuspectingly, but his 33rd murder wouldn't go quite as planned. At about 9 p.m. on December 11, 1978, Elizabeth Peace drove to pick her son up, a high school sophomore, an honor roll student named Robert, from his job at a pharmacy in town.
See, Robert it's Peace crazy though because
outside and told
he gotta get lucky every time with every person that he did that to. The other people, like the police and victims' families and stuff, only gotta get lucky once, and you're caught.
Yeah.
And you're caught. You're caught. Jeffrey Dahmer, when he let homie go, you got caught. Him. His mom felt suspicious and talked to her boy. She knows how her son is. Got caught. I'm telling you, bro, like, that one slip up be fucking him up. I'm telling you. They think, you know what's so crazy? He kept on doing it thinking he's going to get away with this forever, bro. No, bro. No. And it's crazy because we did watch, like, a little documentary about his sister, like, explaining how he was and stuff. And then, like, people was jumping for joy, like, what he did. And she was all like, oh, are y'all happy now? Are y'all happy now? I'm like, to be honest with you, you can't really, I understand because that's your brother, but you can't really get mad at the people that's happy because look what he done. You never looked at your brother like that, but he did that to everybody else. He's not a monster to you, but he's a monster to everybody else. Like, I know we ain't gonna be doing that, but look at me and you, for example. If you know you're my brother and you see me did something like that, you gonna still look at me as your brother. You ain't gonna look at me from, like, their perspective in their shoes. You gonna look at me like, dang, bro, why would you do something like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can understand his sister's pain. But it's like you gotta look at it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it from both sides, and it's kind of like this side. I could really agree with them more because he took little boys. And the sister, I understood her part because that's her brother, and she always not gonna look at her brother as wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like at the end of the day, he's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
He's a monster. Like, you can't, like, you know, you can't just deny that.
he wanted to talk
You
to
found 28 people under the house.
Job that would pay him twice what he was currently making. That was the last time that Elizabeth saw her son. Before midnight, she went to the police station to file a missing persons report. Police figured out that the man who Robert Peace was going to talk to was John Wayne Gacy, whose company, PDM Contractors, had recently remodeled Peace's pharmacy. They called him into the station for questioning, and Gacy obliged, after taking Peace's body and dumping it into the river. Within hours, authorities searched Gacy's home. They didn't find any bodies, but they did find evidence that Peace had been there, a receipt that belonged to a friend of his. It wasn't until December 22nd, 1978, almost exactly 10 years after his first sodomy conviction, that Gacy, the killer clown, confessed to murdering dozens of young men and boys. Investigators swarmed his house and uncovered 29 bodies in the crawl space. Many had decomposed.
That wasn't, I think, Nightmare Files don't get on us. That's kind of not true. We watched the documentary, and they said that a policeman went up into his house and used his bathroom. And when he used the bathroom, he smelt that smell. And was like, what the fuck was that? And like, he said it smelled like death. Like, it smelled like a body.
Yeah.
Because he's a detective. He smelled that stuff before. And he's used to that smell. So that's what got him caught.
Yeah.
Like, we need to go into his house because that smell wasn't right. It wasn't a regular rotten smell. It smelled like a body. Coming from a, what's that thing? A vent. That's what it was. He ain't confessed. He got caught.
And dental experts were brought in to identify John Wayne Gacy's victims.
Whoever it is,
3 years later,
he got caught.
The killer clown used
he ain't confessed. I know that.
During his trial, hoping for a not guilty verdict. The jury didn't buy it. Gacy was sentenced to death and dropped the friendly facade he had maintained for all those years. He didn't seem to have any remorse for his victims. He would spend 14 years in prison awaiting his execution. The night before he was put to death, he returned to his roots and ordered a bucket of KFC as his last meal. According to the report,
it was that and a few more
last
things
words
that he got.
His execution was, "Kiss my ass." Though John Wayne Gacy is long gone, and his house has since been demolished, his legacy lives on. Most of John Wayne Gacy's victims that were retrieved from his crawl space were identified and released to their families. However, 23 years after his death, authorities are still trying to identify the rest. In July 2017, one of the last remaining bodies was finally identified, but his grieving family had already died. 6 of John Wayne Gacy's victims remain anonymous.
That is wild, bro. That is wild.
Yep.
This is scary looking at this picture. Like, this man was really a monster, y'all. This Inspire It. I'm telling you, this Inspire It. Right here, this man right here. Even though he's gone, it's just still scary knowing what he did. I think he was the one that had the most killings out of everybody, right?
I think so. Who knows?
I think it was him that had the most killings. He had 33. Who had more? Was it Ted Bundy or something? I don't know, y'all. If y'all know if he had the most killings or like put him down in the comment, there was somebody that I think that had more than him. That's crazy. And we don't even know who the Zodiac Killer is.
Yeah. We
don't even know who he is. That's wild. Y'all, shout out to Nightmare Files, man. Yo, you did a good job with this video, Brody. Yo, shout out to him, man. Please like, comment, and subscribe to him as well. Show him some love and support. Show us some love and support as well, man. Anime Heart Gay. Once we family, man, family for life over here. We almost at 500 subscribers, y'all. We love y'all so much, man. Wait a minute. We love y'all so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe to us and share our videos as well. We love y'all so much. See y'all next time.
See you next time.
Deuces.